You, in some quote or something, talk about optimistic and fun. Or maybe it was looking back at the things that you enjoy, but you use those two words, optimistic and fun. And that is putting that out into the world, which you do through your work and your music, is a contribution to this thing we're talking about, why our hearts ache at this point. Putting that out is, if that's all you did in life, you can't discount that as moving the needle in the right direction.
That's why I did the Orville, and that's why we still have yet to do a season 4. That's why I did that show, because when I was a kid, Hollywood was providing that voice in various forms. There was a lot of hope, and we're doing a really, some of the blame lies right here in this town. Like, we are, the dishes that we are serving up are so dystopian and so pessimistic. And yeah, there's a lot to be pessimistic about, but it's so one-sided. There's nothing we're doing that's providing anyone an image of hope. I mean, look, I love The Handmaid's Tale. It's a great fucking show. Beautifully written, beautifully directed. But there's a lot more of that than there is of, what we used to get from Captain Picard. I mean, it's like there's where is Hollywood's? They're certainly giving us a lot of cautionary tales, but where are the blueprints that they once gave us for how to do things correctly? It can't all be just, here's what's going to happen to you if you fuck up. Yeah. You do need, here's what you can achieve if you change your ways and do things right.
Look at the joy and happiness and laughter you can come get if you go this direction.
Exactly. Yeah. We're doing none of that. We're doing none of that. I see it every day. I drive down, like they're driving down Beverly Boulevard today and looking at the billboards of what's to come. And it's like, yep, dystopian, horror, negative, pessimistic. There's nothing that's giving anybody kind of, any, and now as an adult, it's like, all right, I can see past that. But when I was a kid, I had the opposite. I had a lot of templates and characters who were kind of the Gary Cooper and High Noon of when I grew up, who would do the right thing, I remember that movie, he would, he's on his honeymoon. Yeah. And he's pulling away and he's like, well, shit, I'm on my honeymoon and I got to turn around and fight this bad guy. But it's the right thing to do because I'm an altruistic guy and I just got to do what's right. And television and film were full of those kinds of people. And now it's all about ever since Tony Soprano, and again, great fucking show, but it's all about the anti-hero. It's all about the complicated, fucked up, drug-addled person who's like, isn't this person a mess? And, I mean, everyone on the White Lotus is brilliant, but no one is someone you'd want to be. Yeah. There's nobody who you'd look at and say, boy, I want to be like that guy. If the shit hit the fan, I'd want to do what Gary Cooper did. We don't do that anymore. Yeah. And I think if we did a little bit of that in this town, even just a little bit, that's the only thing really that Hollywood can do that's worthwhile. Because as we all learned from this election, nobody gives a fuck what celebrities think. Like, we can tweet, we can talk, people don't care. No. They don't care. What we do well is tell stories. And we're not doing the best job right now of telling those stories in a way that gives people hope. And I think that's part of the problem. That may be like a way oversimplification of things, but I do think that it's incumbent upon us to take a good fucking hard look at that and see what we can do to change.
And let me say, while you have those thoughts, listen to The Lush Life, and I'm not just bringing this around in a circle. What a pleasure.